Greetings, seekers of wisdom, and welcome back to the Why Machine. Today, we're not just exploring philosophy. We're dusting off the forgotten blueprints of thought, venturing back to a time when logic was a newly forged sword, and paradoxes were the dragons guarding the gates of understanding. Imagine, if you will, the vibrant intellectual landscape of ancient Greece, a place where the very fabric of reality was up for debate, where brilliant minds grappled with questions that still echo in our modern algorithms and quantum theories. It was in this fertile ground that Zeno of Elea planted the seeds of some of the most mind-bending riddles humanity has ever conceived. His famous paradoxes. Zeno wasn't just some playful debater. He was a student of Parmenides, who believed that change and motion were mere illusions. And Zeno, in his masterful way, set out to prove it. Not by direct argument, but by twisting logic into knots, showing that if we accept the reality of motion, we quickly stumble into absurdity. Let's start with the most famous, Achilles and the tortoise. Picture the swift-footed hero, Achilles, lining up for a race against a humble tortoise. But the tortoise is given a head start. A small advantage, perhaps, but enough to set the stage for our intellectual trap. Zeno argues that Achilles can never overtake the tortoise. Why? Because to reach the tortoise's starting point, Achilles must first cover that initial distance. By the time he does, the tortoise will have moved a little further. Then, to reach that new point, Achilles must cover that new, smaller distance, and again, the tortoise will have advanced. This process, Zeno claims, repeats infinitely. There will always be a tiny, vanishingly small distance for Achilles to cover, meaning he can never truly catch up. It's infuriatingly simple, isn't it? It feels wrong, utterly contrary to our experience of the world. We know Achilles would win, but Zeno forces us to confront the logical implications of dividing space and time into infinite segments. He's not saying Achilles can't run fast. He's questioning the very nature of continuous motion itself. Then there's the arrow paradox. Imagine an arrow in flight. At any given instant, Zeno argues, the arrow occupies a specific space equal to its own dimensions. If it occupies a space equal to itself, it must be at rest. It cannot be moving, because to move, it would have to be in two places at once, or occupying a space larger than itself. Since time is made up of these instants, and at each instant, the arrow is at rest, then the arrow must be at rest for its entire flight. Therefore, motion is impossible. Think about that for a moment. It challenges our intuitive understanding of how things move through the world. It suggests that if we look closely enough, if we dissect reality into its smallest possible moments, motion vanishes, revealing only a series of static positions. These aren't just clever parlor tricks. Zeno's paradoxes, born from the cradle of ancient philosophy, were profound challenges to the very concept of continuity, infinity, and the nature of space and time. They forced philosophers and mathematicians for centuries to rethink their fundamental assumptions about reality. It took the revolutionary ideas of calculus, centuries later, with figures like Newton and Leibniz, to provide mathematical frameworks that could begin to resolve these riddles. Calculus allowed us to deal with infinitesimally small quantities and rates of change, offering a language to describe continuous motion in a way that Zeno's contemporaries lacked. But even with calculus, the philosophical implications continue to intrigue us. So, what can we take from Zeno's ancient riddles? Perhaps it's a profound lesson in the limitations of our perception and the deceptive simplicity of the world around us. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most fundamental truths are hidden behind layers of apparent contradiction. Zeno didn't just pose questions, he sculpted our intellect, forcing us to sharpen our tools of logic and expand our understanding of the infinite. Oh, the pursuit of wisdom is never-ending. And here, at the Why Machine, we'll continue to uncover the hidden gears of knowledge that drive our understanding of existence. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the forgotten wisdom that shapes our world.